cease so my mind don't erupt. At times I feel I can't get enough, but I sip a double cup and I spin a couple bucks. Sending out some love to my blood, to my girl, to my buds, to the holy up above.
8 hours a day role-playing as a toddler.
I'm in baby mode on and off all day.
And Jess's daddy is caring for her.
I'm 20, but not really, because I'm 5.
Adopted mommy and daddy who are totally comfortable with me being a little girl.
I identify as an 8-year-old girl called Denise. Therefore, I am an 8-year-old girl.
Oh my fucking God, man. Folks, I apologize, but I swear to God, every time that girl says, I'm 20, but I'm really 5, I just lose it right there.
The girl with the glasses.
What's that, Andres?
Girl with the glasses.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The way she says it, right? Her voice?
No.
You know what I'm talking about. Is that shit not funny as hell?
No. But it's amusing.
Is that why you're hiding?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You're funny. You're funny.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, you put something in the comments? Oh, okay. There we go. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Anyways, folks, MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast presents episode 8. 8 episodes on our way to 8,000. 100, we're 17.75, then 100, right? And then 8,000. Right? Yeah. If you know some of the inside lore, we have our own lore here, folks, on the MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel podcast. But this is the MCU's Bleeding Edge report. The MCU Bleeding Edge report. I'm sorry. I can't even remember. Chat GDP got me all fucked up earlier and whatnot and everything. So, you know how they do that. I can't remember, Andres. Is it? You tell me. I'm the one who came up with it. Is it the MCU Bleeding Edge report, or did I add the S to it? So I lost your audio. Uh-oh, Andres. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm been playing. Anyway, technology.
Anyways. Either way, folks. The MCU's Bleeding Edge report, episode 8. Okay, as it says in the thumbnail, fantastic forecasting, news and rumors, which just goes on every freaking day. It seems like every single day of the week, it's this constant barrage of it, right? You know, whatever. I've got some thoughts on it, whatnot, and we'll get into it. As always, what a shock. Loki, season 2, the beacon of hope after Secret Invasion. No, I'm just kidding. Secret Invasion, it's a little nice little tie in there. We like Secret Invasion. At least I did. Maybe Andres didn't like it. I don't know. He didn't like it, but
no one likes it, Jeff.
You didn't like it until afterward. You didn't like it until after the finale.
No, I didn't like it until Talos.
You were still hanging in there.
Yeah. But
right? You were.
Yeah,
no, you were still hanging in there until episode 5.
No, I think it was episode 4.
Yes, you were.
No. Episode 5.
Go back and look at your ratings. Episodes 1 through 4. They're all 8 and above.
It's above. But it's not good.
Andres thinks I don't pay attention to this stuff, but I do. So, no, I could be wrong, Andres. I don't know. Maybe you dropped something lower than an 8 at one point, but I'm telling you, if I remember correctly, it was episode 5 that really kind of threw you off. But I digress. Yes, we're planning on having a sort of post-finale Secret Invasion discussion. And of course, Loki season 2, the new trailer, the first trailer. We're going to try to do our own sort of breakdown and discussion. I didn't really do myself personally. I'm not going to bullshit you. I did not have time today or yesterday to really do any really hard studying. I didn't, slow down and actually freeze frame or slow motion any of the trailer or do the Easter egg stuff and whatnot. But I figured, hey, we'll do it. We can just do it together tonight. We'll pull it up and we'll just kind of pull it apart. I figured it'd be fun. So Andres, the pop culture guy, of course, is my special guest host on the MCU Bleeding Edge report. He has rocked out every episode with me. And Andres, say hello to Roku. Say hello to our audience for the first time ever, if we even have one, which I bet we probably have at least one person watching on Roku, our new Roku channel/app.
Hello.
Hello, Roku channel app. Hello.
Yeah, hello, whatever.
It's got work, folks. Hey, it's got work to do yet, but I mean, I've been trying to hold back on it a little bit and whatnot. I've been dropping hints on it, but like now I can fully fledged say that like we're live right now, on another platform, a big one, right? And I got to do some playing around and whatnot. The logo doesn't look as good as I'd like it on there. It's got to be recentered. Got to come up with a decent banner for the channel. Our mobile apps are on the way. Apple and the Play Store at Google are reviewing them right now. So suddenly here in another week or so, Andres, you can then introduce us to our new audience if we have one. God, please. On Android cell phones and iPhones. Isn't that outstanding, brother?
Sure. I mean,
aren't you happy? Good for me. What about you?
I mean, I'm the host / guest.
You're the special guest co-host of the Bleeding Edge Report, baby.
But this is part. Can you do something with the voice? I can hear my voice over your side.
You can hear an echo?
Yeah, I can see it. I can hear it there. But addressing your host, I'm part of the show. But I want the folks to know that it's all your shows,
Shut up.
Review, the movie review.
Oh yes, of course. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I thought you were saying something else. My bad.
No. I just want to make sure that every show that you do, in the Bleeding Edge, it's metric.
Are you still hearing the echo still?
Yeah, still.
You still hear it?
Still hear it.
Dodger.
Oh, Dodger.
Dodger, why are you barking now? What, did you hear the echo too?
Yeah.
Oh man, Dodger doesn't like that shit.
Echo.
Well, here, I mean, the only thing I can do is I can turn off echo cancellation, but you're supposed to keep it on. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, do that. Because Silver just say he has an echo. Yeah.
How does this work? Any better? You still echoing?
Hello. Okay, it's much better. Yes. Yeah.
That's better?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, Silver. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you could let me know. Does that sound any better? How do I sound?
Yeah.
Am I echoing? Am I echoing now?
No, you sound good.
Okay. Well, I mean, Silver would know more than anybody. She would have a better idea, than we would right now. Because honestly, folks, I'm using Firefox for the first time ever to use StreamYard, and so this is a whole different deal for me. That's why you can see cameras and all of a sudden in display that normally wouldn't be here. It changes everything kind of a little bit.
Yeah, it's weird.
So at that point, here I can drop. Even when I drop it still doesn't get out of the way. Either way, no, it's different. So, it's a different platform. It's a different, browser. At that point, I have to change some settings and things like that and whatnot. So there might be a couple technical issues here right in the beginning of the show. But thank you, Andres. I appreciate you making that point. Am I echoing a little bit? You're saying now, Silver?
Yeah,
I'm
you say a little bit. Yeah.
I'm echoing now. What the fuck? You gotta be
I think the show is called the Echo Report.
Shut up. Echo Report. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on.
They have a catchy name. Echo Report.
All right, I'm turning echo cancellation on.
All right.
Back on. No, I'm not echoing. Okay, I'm not echoing. Is Andres echoing again now? Still?
Hello.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There.
Big black dick in my mouth.
Okay. Is it good? It's good.
Oh, Andres, you're still echoing. Now I'm echoing.
Hold on.
Are you playing with your settings, you son of a bitch?
Hold on. I'm trying to.
Oh man.
This is good.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna have to play with your settings.
Yeah.
See, I don't usually I can hear your echo. If there's an echo from somebody, I can hear it.
Okay. Well, it's just you. I guess. Well, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. This might do it right here. The reduce mic background noise thing. I don't think that really does shit. So
No,
Silver, let me know if this changes anything. Do you still hear an echo? Do you still hear an echo, Andres?
No. I think it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Andres is becoming fully aware about this. We on these Monday shows, we do like to talk about some of our content creation stuff. We don't like it to have it happen this way.
Yeah.
But Andres is becoming very familiar with how StreamYard works, just because of the kind of BS that that you deal with here on sometimes. Nothing against you guys, StreamYard, but they added a bunch of new audio settings to the platform, and whatnot, and everything that were never there. And it's been a bitch for me ever since. I can't make reaction videos because that's why I'm using Firefox now.
Yeah.
So, okay, Silver, you're still hearing a little bit of an echo? That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway.
Either way, I'm not worried about it. So anyways, Andres, how are you doing, brother?
No, I'm doing good. I mean, we're already in August. It's good. So I'm excited to see the movies. And yeah, I right now the Marvel stuff has been pretty interesting. The fantastic forecasting is heating up. Secret Invasion end was good because I'm done with the show.
Stop.
I want to drink myself to death.
You already admitted that it was an improvement. It's heading in the right direction.
Well, okay, let's discuss Secret Invasion.
Yeah, fine. We might as well, since that seems to be what's on both of our minds. Why don't we just go ahead and tackle it?
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing. Secret Invasion. So I don't know if people know this. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and this show had massive issues on the plots they were going to do, but they got changed first because of real world events was happening. So in this case, Secret Invasion had this the US and Russia going against each other because of the Skrulls. And it seemed like the showrunners and Marvel wanted to change that because of what was going on the Ukraine war that was going on last year, I think, in 2022. And so like the Gaia and graphic slicing and spoilers in the episode 6, that was a huge issue. Like that wasn't part of the original plan. So that was like a new thing they did. So and I think the reshoot kind of hurt the show in terms of its storytelling and just overall like pacing of the show because he got really got short in the next few episodes, and we were asking ourselves like why they were making short episodes. So like now this reports of these reshoots and all that it makes a lot of sense. But you seen the Scene Crush? I had a chance to see that video. I seen that video a couple of times, and
I did not watch it. Okay. You know what? I can pull it up right now and play a little bit of it. I can.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't hurt anything. I can do that. Give me 1 second.
All right.
What? It's from Screen Crush.
Yeah. It's in your Facebook. I think
I can't. I'm on a totally new browser. I have to re-sign into everything. I can't even pull up our YouTube channel up right now.
Okay. Well, let me send in the link in the private chat.
What the hell? No, that's actually playing on my external speakers. What the frig?
Oh God.
That is weird, man. Interesting.
Yeah. All right. Let me get the link. So right now.
Oh no, I'll get it.
It should be there. When you see what right Ron segregation from Screen Crush, that's the one.
Is that the one that says "What the fuck just happened"?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh. I'll be the judge.
This
of
is
that.
so weird.
Well, that was a stinker. Tell me something I don't.
You're coming out of my MacBook Pro, and that's coming out of my external speaker. What the frig? I don't like that. Pull that out. There. Okay, now I got to share a screen.
Yeah.
Trevor, what's up, buddy? How you doing, bud? Oh, great. The one that look at this. Isn't this great, Andres? Trevor, you couldn't have warned me not that you were gonna come on tonight so that I didn't decide to do this stupid Firefox bullshit so I didn't look like an asshole right now. Man, I'm just kidding, son. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Andres, Trevor's my son.
Yeah. Oh, see, I see the Trevor. Hello, Trevor. I say Trevor in the comments, so I say hi.
Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties here, Trevor. Which does happen to all content creators. So
yeah,
it's not just me. Let's see here. Allow StreamYard to see your screen. Yes. Aha. Whoa. Okay. This is interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one.
Wait a second here. That's not going to work.
Yeah. Echo report. Episode 1.
Oh my god. I'm telling you right now. I'm about to what I'm going to do actually, Andres, is if you want to hold it down for just 1 second.
Yeah. So
I'm going to be right. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure thing. So we can discuss the fantastic forecasting a little bit. So right now, we haven't yet got a Richards casting yet. Right now, they're trying to try to get Matt Smith. Matt Smith has become the latest actor to be circling around for the Fantastic Four for Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. And then for Storm, we got Vanessa Kirby back again into the casting list. And she's the one that I think, it seems like they're trying to lock in so that they could get maybe the other actors to join Fantastic Four, to get this channel boosting. Perfect. I don't hear the echoing now. It's great.
Well, you know what? Honestly, Andres, and honestly, folks, I'm going to apologize right here to you and to Andres because I never claimed to be the biggest professional when it comes to being a content creator out there. I'm not, but I do. No, but I do try to go about my business in a professional way. And the fact of the matter is just that overall in general, it was not a good idea for me to just decide that I was going to jump on Firefox for the first time ever and go on StreamYard on there and think everything was going to be fine, because that doesn't make any sense. I should have realized that.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to me that it was going to want me to reset everything and ask me for access to everything and all that kind of crap and whatnot. So obviously I'm going to have to play with it tomorrow. But so you sound better now. You feel better, Andres? You're not at all butthurt? Okay.
No, I don't hear myself over your side. No echo. Echo lead. I cannot say echo, never echo. Anyway, this is episode 2 of Echo Report. Yeah, that's right. Yes, a little bit. Oh my god.
Trevor Sloboda. My son.
God. Yes.
Trevor's been on the show before.
I think it's my first time seeing him in this show. You see him in other shows, Mr. Jeff.
He came on during She-Hulk, I think.
I wasn't
Marvel.
Huh. Well, I haven't seen the guys' old videos yet, so I'm a little behind. So.
You never watched any of our old shows?
Actually, it's funny. We can sidetrack. I actually saw one of the videos for the Superman Doomsday because I was preparing for the Justice League Frontier when you asked me to be that panel. So I actually saw that. That was cool. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and trying to, that's really it. It's because I'm very busy, it's just projects and life and all.
Oh, I know that. Should I see how much content you put up and whatnot on a daily basis? You think I don't get the notifications?
Hey, I mean, keep up my first channel, getting those reviews, getting those subscribers.
Well, I can tell you right now, like, I mean, honestly, more of our rawer shows were before you started coming on and whatnot. That was when we were that's when I was throwing bigger panels together and whatnot from show to show.
Yeah. Remember that.
You know that. We talked about that before. Cyber's mentioned it too and whatnot. I told you that we've kind of like cut down a little bit, whatnot. Figured I'd go in a different direction. But worse, I mean, hey, we still have fun. If anything, I'd say that we've probably just gotten a little bit more serious.
So you guys went to this dark and gritty reboot, basically.
No, no, it's just everything's kind of rotational, Andres. Like I've never had a chance to be able to talk to you personally, like more like vocally together or whatnot, to where I could really kind of explain it to you. But things can be very rotational on a year-to-year basis when you're doing like things the way we do it. Sometimes for 4 or 5, 6 months, you have just tons and tons of guests and like creators coming on and whatnot and everything for whatever reason, right? Maybe it's timing, maybe it's what you're covering, right? It just depends. You know what I mean? And then other times it's thinner, not as many creators want to collaborate. Now we don't even really besides you basically. And, I'm hoping that, down the road, Kelly and Kendra's become a semi-regular. We don't really have that many regular or semi-regular guests like we used to. We used to have a bunch. Things just change.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I'm going to be full-time with you guys because I lost my host today because he's going to be very busy. So I'm not going to put a lot of regular Marvel Plus talk.
Oh, really? Oh, God. So instead of calling me to tell me about it, talk to me about this during the show, you decided that is this like supposed to be a surprise for me?
Yeah, this is an improv report. This is a Monday report.
Oh, I see.
So I mean, come on. I think the folks wants to know what's my future with this channel, and it's going to be permanent. Yeah, it could be permanent.
Oh, look at that! See, I don't even got to ask him about this shit. Trevor, you gotta like this, right? I don't even have to ask Andres. Andres, making my life easier there, buddy.
Yeah, exactly, folks. I'm gonna get Jeff all the information right now. Loose, playing loose, loose and goose through this. Anyway, I mean, my friend told me was like maybe 2 weeks ago, or the last Secret Invasion podcast I did with him, and / the Marvel's trailers discussion. He told me about this. I was like, oh, okay. But hey, when you hear my latest podcast, I want the folks to say thank you. My host, Will, that's his name, because he's been with me for the last 3 years on the Marvel Plus stuff since the beginning of the inception. And he's been there for me for tough times like this year, with my dad and all that stuff. But yeah. So, happy that I found you guys. So it's fun.
There you go, Trevor. You're just like me and Andres right now, brother. We're just here for the ride too, man. No, we just like the bullshit, man. That's the thing about our show. This is the MCU's Bleeding Edge Report is our new Monday show, Trevor. So this is our 8th episode of it, and we're kind of just figuring out how we want to do it as we go.
Yeah, and Trevor, if you watch the first 6 MCU report, we were talking about Walking Dead City. So we don't have a show yet discussed before Daryl, because me and Jeff are going to do Daryl in September. So
that's right.
Yeah,
we're covering all the Walking Dead spinoff series. That's right. And hey, and you know what? And later on when we get into Loki, we'll talk about. Now that I've had a chance to talk to some other people about it, Andres, the whole dichotomy of the whole breaking the preview for season 2 up into a segmental thing with another segment where we do like a re-review of the first season of Loki is dope. I didn't even think about it really at first until like I started bouncing off people, and they were like, "Wait a minute, that sounds really cool."
Yes, to get us ready for season 2 of Loki for October.
But the hard part is interconnecting it from segment to segment in each show in 3 different shows, right, and making that blend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
no, it's no, I know you get what I mean.
Yeah, I was hoping for just this channel Echo Report / MCU Bling Report, baby. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Just put it here in this channel. That's it. We don't need.
Yeah, you wanted to see one of our old shows?
I think after this, we'll show folks the Screen Crush. Get back to the topics.
Is that your girlfriend, Andre? She's fine as shit. What's her name? Her name.
Yeah, bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I'm not a cat. I don't say meow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a cow. I go moo. Moo.
That's right, folks. And that chick should have won an Oscar compared to Brie Larson's performance of Captain Marvel.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, she's Doja Cat.
Yes, sir.
Doja Cat.
Well, I don't know what Doja Cat is, but I do know that, again, compared to Brie Larson, that is one talented woman there.
Holy shit.
The bitch on my cow thing, very profound. Very profound. Very intellectual. And we are, of course, recruiting her for the Bleeding Edge staff. And that was actually her resume tape for us, as she said, just to let us know what she could do and whatnot. And Cyber, of course, and I saw that, and we're like, you know what? She's in. She's in. She fits right in. So, anyways, folks, we are living at a very weird time for us than normal. We don't usually live at 8 p.m., but we've decided that we just want to keep people on their toes and shit. And so on Sundays, we're just going to live at any random time. So at that point, if you're lucky enough to catch us, you'll catch us.
Andre, this was one of
in
my
the meantime,
first shows I ever did.
As always, I am the humbled co-host of the MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast.
5.
Jeff S., a.k.a. True Knowledge. That's us right there. That's what we do. And my esteemed and respected veteran YouTuber co-host, Cyberneticshark, is here with me on the weekend for once. Not just on the Wednesday main show, getting after it, sacrificing his private, time and whatnot to jam with us and whatnot. Thank you for being here, Cyber.
Welcome.
It's good to be here with you as always, brother.
You know it.
Cyber is, without question, the best fucking co-host in history. Nobody can even touch him, just to be clear. But anyways, that's why I want to make sure I'm going to keep his ass. We also, of course,
yeah,
they all fell into place and found and figured out their place together as a group. And who was who was the top
First,
dog?
I just put in the comments here. X-Men has back.
And it just worked to plan, and you very rarely get that. Very rarely get that.
And when they made their mistakes, like Terrence Howard, they fixed it way better than it ever could have been.
They fixed that quick too.
That's Sarah Finn again.
Yeah.
I
mean,
characters and all that. And their impact on me wasn't anything huge, but at the same time, I really enjoyed them, and I thought they did a good job of giving me something entertaining.
Okay, most definitely, Sally.
Well, now I have to watch every single thing with Chris Evans in it as as a rule, I have to consume all Chris Evans.
Sold so many, so much merchandise over the years with that.
That's not a good one.
Yes. Anyway,
that's not an interesting one at all. That's not an interesting one. That's not that was a more serious show because it was the 10th anniversary of the first Avengers film, so of course it had to be like that.
Oh God!
Did you see how loud? Did you see how loud my mic was on that first part? Holy crap!
I don't know. I think we're all loud. Look, X2.
No, when I played that right there, it was freaking loud as shit.
Yeah.
X2, baby.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
The X-Men.
All right.
100% right. Jean Grey had just died, sacrificing herself for the X-Men. And just before the credits, we got this tease. That was teasing the Dark Phoenix saga, one of the greatest all-time comic stories ever told. Yeah. Comic fans thought we'd get to see on the big screen. And then when X3 came out 3 years later, what we got was a low-budget, half-assed interpretation of this epic story. That is how Secret Invasion made me feel. But it's not fair to compare the show to the comic book. Actually, you're right. So I'm going to avoid comparing this show to the events of the comic. The comic was a sprawling crossover event filled with superheroes, but the show adapts a small part of that storyline where Nick Fury goes off on his own to root out Skrulls. So I will compare this show to those comics, like where it's appropriate. The Secret Invasion director, Ali Salim, even said to Variety, Marvel has a very devoted, even rabid fan base who have expectations, and their expectations they move in the other direction.
Yeah.
Comes down. Yeah. Is it our job to fulfill their expectations?
What's this guy talking about?
Look, man, you made a bad show. Don't blame fans for saying it's a bad show. But as I'll prove throughout this video, the show is not bad because of the director. There was a confluence of events that hampered Secret Invasion, which made it almost impossible to tell a compelling story. But before we can explain what went wrong behind the scenes, we have to talk about what was actually wrong with the show. And there's a lot wrong with this show. It is a failure. And I don't use that word often. Like, I love MCU stories. And this one has to rank near the bottom of anyone's list. But the worst MCU show is still better than most TV shows. And Secret Invasion was miles ahead of the Inhumans or like any latter-day episode of The Flash. But this show might have been doomed to fail from the start because the premise of the show was flawed from the very beginning. The MCU was not the right place to tell the story of Secret Invasion.
Oh, wow, you smell great, person. What did you roll around in?
I didn't roll around in anything, Doug.
You sure? Because every time I want to smell good, I roll around in something really nice.
No, I'm wearing cologne.
You rolled around in cologne?
No, I sprayed it on. I'm actually wearing Scandalwood by Dita Van Teese. It's a high-end fragrance, but I was able to afford it through Scentbird. They're the sponsor of this video. This is a great service for a guy like me because I have no idea what makes for a good cologne. And cologne is very expensive, so I don't want to drop a ton of money on a really pricey bottle. So Scentbird is a fragrance service that lets you skip any month without penalties. If you're new to wearing cologne, it's also a great way to start. Now, to educate me about the cologne, they sent along a descriptive card that explains the ingredients and the proper occasion to wear the cologne. Now, this month, my favorite was Side Effect by Initio. It has cinnamon bark, rum, tobacco, and sandalwood. And it's just that easy. Look, you just lock this thing in place, then you can go like that, and it just sprays.
Those are all things you can roll around in.
Yeah, but Doug, you don't roll around in it. Don't roll around in it. So these samples are actually 8 times bigger than a normal sample size that you get at a store. You can choose a designer fragrance every month for just $17. You get a 30-day supply, and you get to pick what you want to receive, so there's no surprises. This is a great way to learn about cologne, find what you like, without spending hundreds of dollars for a bottle. I mean, guys, a little dash of cologne has become an important part of my morning routine. You shower, get spruced up, and the finishing touch
Hold on, it's almost done.
Well, hold on.
Right there.
No, we gotta take a break. We don't, for copyright purposes and whatnot and everything. We have to actually talk about this a little bit now. We have to stop. You know what I mean? That's the only way I can't keep playing it like that. I can't just play the whole thing.
Oh, really?
They'll make me rip the entire segment out.
Yeah, copyrights. Ugh.
Yeah, I will lose monetization on the entire video and whatnot and everything and all that. I don't want to deal with all that. So no, all we got to do at that point is just basically stop, talk for a minute and whatnot or two. You know what I mean and whatnot, and actually what's the term? Fair use, right? For fair use purposes, we have to actually be objective and talk about what he's talking about. Now you tell me what, just to give me an idea, because we can't watch the whole video. What is Ryan's point that he makes from Screen Pressures perspective as far as like what it is about Secret Invasion that what is the comparison that he's trying to make in terms of like Jean Grey and whatnot and everything and all that? Oh, is he comparing it versus the stupid Fox version of the Phoenix Saga shit and whatnot and everything versus?
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Well, no. Like it was just like a brief comparison. It's like comparing the adaptation of a famous comic arc. Of course, he's using Dark Phoenix because of X-Men 3. Botched that. Because of the studios. Well, first off, I mean, if you haven't seen X-Men 3, it's a bad movie. It's not a it's a big letdown from X2.
Are you talking about Dark Phoenix? Are you talking about the original Vox films?
Well, remember, so
you're confusing people and me, motherfucker. I'm just kidding.
No. X-Men 3 did
X3 is original Fox films. Yes, the original Fox films.
Yeah, but the thing is, they were supposed to adapt Dark Phoenix, which they did, but they.
Yeah, but that was like half-ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the point. And it seemed like with Secret Invasion, it was the same thing. They kind of half-assed it a little bit. I feel like if you were going to do Secret Invasion, my host, I brought up Will. He brought up that this should have been the Avengers movie. Avengers Secret Invasion or something like that.
Well, we talked about this. This was discussed a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right. They sat in the room. Feige. Right. I don't know this for sure, and and we'll see. I mean, look, I have, of course. Here, I'll grab it and I'll show it really quick. I'm not showing it off. I need to start reading this damn thing because some of the information that we want is probably in here. But Andres, you probably know. I think you would already know about the fact that they are supposedly going to be releasing a new book coming out that's supposed to supposedly, be something similar to this, right?
Yes.
This is the first book that was ever made that ever came out. It's a double dual edition, right? That actually, you didn't know I got this?
No, this is my first time seeing
it. Is this cool?
Yeah.
I'll take a couple pictures of it when I open it up. When not, some of the art in here is great. But this was the first thing that they put out for Marvel Studios that actually gives you that inside look where you actually, it's by Tara Bennett and Paul Terry. The foreword's by Kevin Feige and the afterword is by Robert Downey Jr. Right. Yeah. And essentially it lays out and between interviewing the actors and actresses and the entire, Feige's inner circle, Feige, the directors and whatnot, and everything, phases 1 through 3. It's the most solvent, like wide open Marvel Studios has ever gotten, apparently. I haven't read it yet as far as like how much is divulged in here. You know what I mean? In terms of what actually goes down, how it all works out, is how he makes his decisions, how they do everything. Well, again, even there's a new book coming out, and I think in less than a year, that's going to be something like this too.
Yeah.
It's sort of just the inside the whole the studio, like the story of Marvel Studios kind of deal, right? And no, and basically at that point, we don't know. None of us really have any idea of knowing what Disney's role is in the creative process. But I'm assuming that everything starts with Feige and his team, right, in a room, right, and they flush everything out together, and then that's what I would assume, and then they run it through Disney from then. But at that point, they sat down back before Endgame came out. Okay, they knew and had decided that Secret Invasion was not going to be the next big. Right.
Yeah. Well, so like, I think Ryan brought this up. Kind of targeting what you're saying, Jeff. Like, if you're not gonna do it, like I think Secret Invasion should be more like a tease throughout Phase 4, like to put up this show. I think they could have done that. But they didn't. They saved that for this show, which was weird. Why save this idea that the Earth is being invaded by Skrulls? Like, you should have teased that with all the Phase 4 projects. Maybe to build up Secret Invasion as a miniseries for Phase 5. But they didn't do that, and the problem was he brought up the conceit of the Skrulls being good people, because this show had to force you to believe that the Skrulls had to be bad. Now, you know, if you know your Marvel comic books, the Marvel comic books, the Skrulls were bad from the beginning. So it was easy to understand that the Skrulls were bad in the comic books because they were bad from the beginning. Where in the MCU, you saw the Skrulls being these, refugees in Captain Marvel, which that changed your perception. It gives you this clear image that the Skrulls are, good people. They're not bad. So that was a very major flaw about the show, that they have to force you to think.
Well, yeah, but Andres, again, you know why they did that. They had to do that because it's what cinematically made sense. They had to transfer the comic book storylines do not just cross over perfectly and neatly fold into a TV series.
Yeah,
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, Ryan brought that up. It worked well with. I don't mind the Skrulls being good.
If you're an MCU fan, you should know this. And anybody in the MCU fandom should know by now that you're never going to get honestly, I'm supposed to be the comic book accurate guy. That's supposed to be my role here, right? Maybe I'm very loose about it. People sometimes, Kendra, for instance, whatnot, and Rico, fuck Rico, fucking asshole. Anyways, but I'll say that for another conversation some other time. But anyways, there's a reason why his ass didn't pop up for the finale. But either way, I won't be going to that comic book shop again or supporting that bullshit either. Friggin' arrogant ass prick. Anyways, bottom line, either way, at the end of the day, right? When we first started, maybe then in the beginning, I did get a little bit here and there. I would get a little bit heated myself. I would call something out here or there or whatnot. But over time, I've gotten to a point where, depending on how people go about it, I don't mind people bringing up comic book accuracy, being not done properly in certain aspects of films and TV series, right? Andres, you understand. But there's other aspects, other things they say that where they're just like, oh, I'm not watching that Miss Marvel. I'm not watching it. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Or whatever, because of this and that, the comic book never sold. Or whatever, whatnot. It's like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot? Like, you know what I mean? For one thing, I'm just starting to buy comics again and collect again now in the last 2 months or so, 3 months. For another thing, again, look, just because something doesn't sell, except Captain Marvel aside, just because something doesn't sell or work in the comics doesn't mean it won't translate or work cinematically or in a TV series. Right? They're two completely different dichotomies. Right? They're two different kinds of entertainment. Comic books are totally different. That's all I'm saying. And at that point, as well, I think, Andres, would agree with me at least that one of the major reasons why the MCU and Marvel Studios was able to finally pull off superhero films at the level that they did from jump was because of the fact that they were able to pull off the comic book accuracy and translate it into something entertaining, right? That worked for people in general, en masse. They didn't know anything about the comic books. They could come in and watch the shit, still know what was going on, and then you had the interconnectivity, and they killed it with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're successful. I mean, they didn't have to worry about that because a lot of their characters they adapted were unknown or B-list. That mattered. Like they didn't have the X-Men. They didn't have Spider-Man, and
again, that's based off rating by the comics. The popularity of what would be in order comic book wise.
Yes, but remember, Iron Man wasn't popular until the first Iron Man movie, so their success was. But I do agree that they do have to be faithful to their comic book characters' lore and make the necessary changes to filmmaking in the right way. Like, I don't mind that Jarvis was an AI. Like, it makes sense.
No, honestly, I used to read. I own a shitload. I used to read Iron Man comics in the late 80s, early 90s. They were boring. They were pretty boring compared to other solo title people I was reading back then, like the Punisher, Daredevil, Spider-Man. His universe. You understand how in the comics when you have a solo character, they always have their little extended universe deal. certain characters that always come on in their comics and whatnot. They always pop up, right?
Yeah.
You know, their
DC
squad
does
kind
that.
of.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Iron Man didn't have his team was weak, man. Other than Rhodey.
So I disagree as Iron Man fan. There's certain ones that are good. You just have to pick. You have to find them.
Oh, I didn't. They made a lot of different Iron Man comics. I didn't. I only read probably I only collected them for maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. That's the thing. Don't worry. One day I'll recommend some runs for you to read. That they're really good Iron Man stories. But anyway.
Oh no. Okay, so no. So as far as Secret Invasion goes, for one thing, again, I don't. Well, here's what I'm not getting here, right? Like, okay, I get it. If people don't not liking something in the MCU, if I like it and you don't like it, that's part of being a part of the fandom, right? That's what we do. That's part of right. That's the normalcy of the MCU fandom. But
yeah,
you're telling me you feel like Secret Invasion, and they Screen Crush is saying it's that bad that it's like catastrophic.
Well, okay, yes, because I mean, for different reason, not because it's a comic book thing. It was a really bad show that like was trying to be a political, spy thriller, which it wasn't. It really failed to do that. It failed to create any like sense of suspense and paranormal of like who was going to be a Skrull. But the thing about who's going to be Skrull was already telegraphed.
They briefly inserted a little bit of that in the first couple episodes, and it was okay. But then you're right; it phased out.
Yeah, exactly. That's the issue, and
it was so crammed into those 6 episodes. They didn't have time to let that breathe.
Yeah, exactly. And then you could also the implication moving forward to the MCU, like the president's speech about hunting the Skrulls.
Yeah, I know, it was rushed. It was rushed. I know.
It
was a big jump. From the hospital scene to that quickly in the finale. Yeah. It's like they just rushed the shit out of it. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember we talked about this in the finale review.
Yeah.
Right? Which we could have done another finale review probably. You know what I mean? And whatnot. And we could have kept on going for another 2 or 3 hours and just going on and on probably. But either way, I guarantee you if John and Kendra were here right now, right? And we talked about this, we'd all agree that there was something missing there. There should have been another scene. Where I don't know, Fury talked to the president or something, or somebody talked to the president first or something. He shouldn't have just went on screen like that, like crazy looking and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't feel right.
I want to bring up Screen Crush. He brought up something that was actually makes a lot of sense. That speech should have been after episode 4 when he was attacked by Gravik and his team in that road when they were Gravik and his team were sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit, but when Gravik was ambushing the president in the road to convince the US that the Russia were attacking them, that's when he does the speech, is after episode 4 when we kill off Talos. And like I think if that speech was a bit early on in episode 5, then it makes sense, and then you get this better episode 5 and 6. But
well, I'm gonna have to talk to She-Hulk and tell her to start going easy on you, man, or whatever, because I can't be having your voice fucked up and whatnot, everything and all that, right?
Yeah, or I'm a body snatcher. I'm one of those pods from Invasion of Body Snatchers.
That's how you feel when She-Hulk gets a hold of you, man. That she puts you out of your basement in a cage like she did with me.
I'm talking about Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I'm not talking about She-Hulk. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Anyway. Oh, no. Oh my God, Trevor, run. Don't see this. Trevor, don't see that. Oh my God, no. Trevor, run away. Trevor, run away, please.
I love that one. I love it.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
no,
Trevor,
but you know what though? No, Andres, you know what though? Honestly, anybody there were people. I think it even came up in our reviews, didn't it? Didn't at least one person mention that they should have made it into a movie at some point or whatever? Well, you know what? The Skrull thing, what you talked about the taking away the whole paranormal, paranoia aspect of the Skrull deal.
Yeah.
In a movie, that wouldn't have worked either any better. It would have been even worse. In a 2-hour plus film, if you had tried to add that, inject that into it, it's not it's not built that way. You need episodical TV series or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To kind of flush that out. That has to be built over. You have to build that. A film in its own is so compact. That's very hard to start and then keep. Right. Then open up. You know what I mean? What not right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I see where you're coming from. I think you have a good point there, but I will counter that. Winter Soldier did that well. Remember, Winter Soldier created that paranormal well.
Not paranoia.
With the Hydra twist. Remember?
Well, no, they pulled off espionage and like Cold War, communist, Soviet, you know what I'm saying? Like, they pulled off it's a spy trope film. They pulled off espionage, spy type, spy thriller type stuff. The Russo brothers did it. But they didn't. There was the Winter Soldier was fucking like nasty and like scary and shit.
It's the Hydra thing. Remember that movie shows Hydra. That's what I'm talking about. They pulled that off well.
Oh, anybody can be Hydra, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That a movie can do that well. Winter Soldier did that well because we didn't know who's going to be Hydra at all, and that's what I'm saying, that the miniseries in general was a flawed thing. But I also have to say that this show, this is something I want to go back, because I seen this video of Screen Crush that me and Jeff just show you now. One thing he brought up was this show just did the worst thing ever. Was they were telling you about what was going on but not showing you, right? Like they were telling you about, oh my god, this thing is bad, or Gaia was wanted to kill Gravity because the mom, he killed the mom and all that. Like this show was about telling but not showing you the plots or the character development through in a very organic way. And that was another issue about the show. It's like they were telling you so many things but not showing you was a huge issue. Like we should have seen what happened to Roy being captured, like to confirm this timeline thing, because it's so confusing. Like I get, like people confirm it's Civil War, I get that, but we need to see it to sort of really confirm that. And then the same thing with Agent Ross, like what how he got captured. Was it after Black Panther 1 or the second film? Like that is even more, like people are not questioning about that either. And it's like, come on, this guy was free from Wakanda forever.
Wasn't he on the run? But if he was on the run after Wakanda Forever, wasn't he?
Well, yeah, but I don't think Ross.
If he was on the run, then it would have been nothing to grab him up.
Yeah, well, if he stayed with Wakanda, that's the thing. I'm a little confused. We haven't confirmed if Ross stayed with Wakanda or not. That's the thing about the show. It's like you have to confirm he was captured.
He had to have left Wakanda. There's no way the Skrulls haven't infiltrated Wakanda.
Yeah,
I don't think.
That's another thing, because now you open this idea that the Skrulls are on Earth. It's kind of like, okay, if they're trying to replace people, like, are they been doing it for a while since?
Well, yeah, of course they have been doing it for a while. I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's still going to be that paranoia. There's still going to be characters that are going to turn out to be Skrulls. This isn't over.
Yeah, if they
it's not over. This is going to loom.
We'll see. I mean, look, I should trust MCU by now, but it's kind of a little wonky. What's going on with Phase 4. Like I don't hate Phase 4.
Wait, Phase 4 is over. Phase 5, you mean?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like we're in Phase 5, and they're still making the same problem as Phase 4 has been doing. They're setting up things they're not going to pay off soon, and that's the issue.
behind the show was flawed from the very start. Now, this is one of those times when I do have to compare this story to the comics and to show you why maybe this adaptation was not right for the MCU at this time. In the comics, these Skrulls have been villains since Fantastic Four issue number 2 way back in 1960 or 61. Some Skrulls are good guys, but comic readers generally accept that most Skrulls are complete villains.
Oh, I love that.
So when a Secret Invasion crossover event was announced, we understood what it meant. The Skrulls were about to hatch their villainous plan that they'd been building up towards since the early 1960s. But in the MCU, the movie Captain Marvel did a reversal to make the Skrulls good guys. Now, for the movie and for Carol's character development, this was a great choice. It showed Carol that she had been fed lies about the war, made her question her own identity, and humanized refugees. But now, in the MCU, the Skrulls are good guys. We even saw Fury working with the Skrulls in Far From Home and WandaVision. So when the show Secret Invasion starts, we don't know anything about where the Skrulls have been for the past 30 years. The comics had this narrative shortcut that the Skrulls had always been evil for decades, but the show had an uphill climb. Even as Fury was combating this invasion, the show had to explain his history with the Skrulls, explain Skrull politics, and explain why the Skrulls were now evil. And in the first couple of episodes, we got lip service paid to this. Beto is excited to join New Skrullos. The password is
home in my own skin.
In fact, I got more emotional watching Beto eat the fruit than I did watching Gaia at her dad's funeral. But more on that later. So this series was essentially trying to tell two different stories at the same time. One story was about Nick Fury recruiting Skrulls into his secret spy network, promising them a home, and then the Skrulls becoming disillusioned when he failed to deliver. But the other story was about one of those Skrulls, Gravik, taking over Skrull politics and launching a takeover of Earth. Except it's all really a ploy for him to get powers, but again, more on that in a bit. The point is, we can't really appreciate the threat that the Skrulls pose until we understand that they are a huge, angry, dedicated force that is laser focused on taking the Earth as their own planet. But the show has to do double duty, relying on flashbacks for all of that backstory. The result is a series that ends up doing a lot of telling instead of showing. Like, how many times do we hear that Fury was sad now, or he hasn't been the same since the blip?
Telling and not showing.
You were different.
I think Thanos' snap changed you. You were never the same after the blip.
Even when you did come back, there was no talking to you about anything real.
He's been broken ever since he came back from the blip.
We hear about Fury post-blip instead of seeing him materialize and watching him cope with this new world around him. Or we hear about Talos' wife Soren dying, but it lacks any emotional punch since we never actually saw it happen. And we hear that there are a lot of Skrulls on Earth.
You're telling me there's a
Okay, that's as far as we can go with this, because and hats off to everybody at Screen Crush and everything and whatnot. We appreciate you, Ryan. Is it Ryan Erie?
Yeah, Ryan Erie. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Honestly, hats off to Screen Crush. I'll make sure that I give credit in the description and whatnot and everything to over to you guys and everything and whatnot. We appreciate you, and this isn't the first time that we've used you and whatnot, and I've leaned on you. Without you, Ryan. You really helped me out a lot when I did my my deep dive on the Loki season 1 finale. In fact, I even played clips of you explaining shit that I couldn't explain. So thank you for that, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, he's good. I like his videos; they're pretty good. So
I'm waiting for them to hit us up, man, and tell us that they want to come fuck with the Bleeding Edge.
Oh, that would be a dream come true for me. Another celebrity guest.
We've had Screen Rant people on. We've had Rich Knight from Screen Rant on everything. We've had an editor from the direct.com on before.
Yeah. Well, having Ryan Erie, that'd be crazy.
I don't know. We're not going to be able to pull in Ryan Erie, I don't think, anytime soon, but maybe next month.
No, next month. Yeah. So anyway, folks, Ryan Erie brought up telling, not showing. Like this, you heard all the Secret Invasion characters from Talos, Falsworth, played by Olivia Colman, his Nick's wife, telling that he's a changed man, without showing that he actually was affected by the blip. And that was one of the issues about the show, is that the issue was the time. The hour was cutting down because the show was trying to save budget. They were trying to save their money. So they were trying to keep the hours shorter to keep the money not going over budget. And
we're gonna have to find out what they cut out.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. We talked about this already. We talked about this yesterday, in fact, when we were doing our Andor Part 2, Season 1 recap. There's actually a lot of connections between Andor and Secret Invasion. There are.
there's not a lot. There's a couple tropes that are similar. Here's the thing, budget wise, Andor pulled off 12 episodes, right, for $250 million.
Yeah.
Right now, 12 episodes. Disney paid for Secret Invasion $200+ million budget. We don't even know the exact amount.
Or if the money was reshoots, that's the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, again, that economically. Now, if you had watched Andor, you'd understand that. Don't get me wrong, Andor was not your typical Star Wars deal. So there wasn't big, huge space battles or anything like that, whatnot. But there were some pretty solid, space chase, space fighting type scenes and whatnot with some really, really solid CGI, right? And there's some you've seen those Andor trailers before.
Yeah,
they're fucking unbelievable. Some of the stuff that they pulled off cinematography wise and whatnot, and everything. Some great shots, like some big heavy duty scoped cities and whatnot and everything on some of the planets where they give you these big open shots and whatnot. That stuff's costs a lot of money to make. Either way, look, that's just crazy. Reshoots don't cost that much money. Like, where did that money go? That finale, looking back at it now, I'm almost embarrassed to go back and watch that final fight.
Well, apparently the report, if you read Variety or like the articles, it was a 4-month shoot, like a 4-month reshoot to do.
What?
Yeah, that's what they say. It was a 4-month reshoot.
Wait a minute. For what? It's a 6-episode series.
Well, it was either to fix a lot of storylines that maybe like could have
that's not even logical. Even with Falcon the Winter Soldier, right? And what they had to deal with COVID and the pandemic relating to their actual theme in their series, right? Which was 6 episodes. They had reshoots. Their reshoot took less than a month and a half to do, even during COVID.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Think about how much they had to take out.
Yeah, well, they had to take out the Flag Smashers plan. See, so this is a good comparison. The Falcon and Winter Soldier reshoot was to change up the Flag Smashers' motivation and their plan, because they were supposed to do was to get a biological weapon so they can use and kill a lot of people. But because it was a virus, they didn't want to because COVID-19 was happening at that time, so they didn't want to use a virus weapon for the villain's plot. So that's why the Flag Smasher, the lady, I don't know what her name was in the show, but that's why her.
Forever. I know it's been forever.
Yeah, it's been forever, but what I mean. Her motivation were inconsistent, and we were supposed to be sympathetic towards the Flag Smasher.
And looking back, you figure it probably has to do with what they had to change and whatnot and everything, right? Because she actually was a pretty good villain.
Yeah, it was up to 4 or 5.
The finale, the way that they handled her arc was bad.
Yeah, exactly. So
she just gets shot by Sharon Carter out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Bam, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was a pirate. Oh my god, the pirate arc was just a mess. But but still, Falcon the Winter Soldier was at least enjoyable.
Speaking of which, where the fuck is she? Why haven't we seen her yet? Why hasn't she been back in anything yet by now? I'm assuming she's going to be in Captain America 4.
Yeah, if they address the pirate broker thing. But anyway, so that's a good example. But with Sacred Ranger, I don't know what they have to change. Was Kravik's plan that severe to change? Because it was all about him trying to force the Russians versus the US. I don't get it.
I'm telling you, it didn't happen. They didn't have 4 months of reshoots. It never happened. Andres, I would have known about it before Secret Invasion ever even came out, if that actually tangibly happened.
Well, here's the thing. Marvel Studios keep their things quiet. They're very good at keeping things close to their chest.
There's certain people that on YouTube and whatnot that you can rely on that know what the deal is and whatnot, and have the inside track that live over there in LA and shit, whatnot. Cosmic Wonder and everything always and all that.
Well,
they're not saying that happened.
Well, first off, the showrunner confirmed that. and so it's there. The 4-month shoot is there. It's just I don't know what they changed that make it this bad. You know,
I just don't understand how that makes any sense.
I don't understand either. It just shows me that they were just. It just
so
shows.
So you're saying that the actual reshoots were longer than the shooting of the initial series?
Yeah, it's.
How does it? I've never even heard of that happening before.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out like Justice League had like a 3-month reshoot to just like.
Oh, well, Whedon came in and whatnot and everything. But even then though, like Snyder shot more than Whedon did.
Yeah. Well, and I just want to remind people like Whedon had to like remove some scenes from the Snyder cut to make his version to get a person to be a director or be a writer or whatnot. You know, guidelines and all that. But yeah, I don't know. This was weird. Like a 4-month.
Whedon only left the Snyder cut stuff in there, and the Snyder stuff in there that fit what his story.
And the studio.
Yeah,
in the studio. Just let people know that it was also studio mandate to fix like whatever Warner Brothers didn't like. But yeah, it's crazy, Jeff. Like a 4-month.
You can't. Well, when you bring in a director like that of his that's the director that directed the original Avengers film, right? I don't care. Like you have to figure it doesn't matter who the other director was or what the circumstances were. He's going to come in and decide he's going to want to make his own film.
I mean, Warner Brothers let him do it. I mean, they were not confident with Zack Snyder at all.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you're told and instructed that your job, you're being paid to come in and direct this story, this film, right? Of course, you got to. Even then, though, you have to give it. I'm assuming you have to give him some wiggle room, right? At least you got to say, but of course, you'll be allowed to have. So many, so and so, reshoots or whatever, whatnot. If you need to change this or that, whatever, you know what I mean? I didn't know. I had no idea that the actual studio was unhappy with Snyder's version of the film. I didn't know that.
No, see, I mean, it's just like this is like saying Rachel. We didn't know about the 4-month reshoot. They're just telling us now. Like, so crazy. It's just crazy what studios spent their money on, and it's like why you did it. Like they just oh my god, like it's crazy. Oh my god, it's funny. It's like spending so much money to just fix a thing, and then they lose money to all that worth of money to just refix that with Justice League and then Secret Invasion. It's like I don't know what they were doing with Secret Invasion. It's like because the reshoots completely hurt Secret Invasion. Like, I will agree with you, Jeff. Like, I liked the show from the beginning. But then it was weird. Like, it started, in episode 4? Like, or episode 3 I like. But it was kind of like there you knew there was something wrong. Because it was a shorter episode. And then when you got to episode 4, it was like, oh my god. It was a very thriller episode. And then episode 5 was the worst. Because of the harvest. Like, they just dropped this plot line. And all that. And then and stuff like that. And then of course the fight, like the fight scene.
We're gonna have more of these conversations. You know what I'm saying?
Let me finish this fight sequence. Before we move on, because I know, like, I wanted to just discuss this reshoots and move on. But like, the fight sequence was so awful. Like, it just came out of nowhere. It was like another genetic superior thing. So yeah, it was really bad. Just give me a minute. Let's move on. My computer is a little frozen a little bit. I'm slowing down. Oh no.
What's happening now? Is your computer slowing down on you?
Yeah, a little bit. But I should be fine.
Oh, is it the battery?
No. It's just freezing up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, brother, you and I will discuss that, and I'm sure we will figure out how to make that work.
Yeah. Anyway, let me just stick with this.
knowledge. No, Jeff has true knowledge. Takes care of his team.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we're good. Just let me put my cover here for now, and then I'll get back to my beautiful face for you guys.
Okay, brother.
But anyway,
just make sure you change your avatar to a the face of the girl that said what do you call it? I'm 20, but really I'm 5.
No, thank you. I'm totally fine. Let me pick my avatar for now. But let's get into Loki season 2 trailer. Come on, let's do that.
Right,
I'm done with Secret Rachel.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, folks. And I'm telling you, again, I don't want to bash StreamYard right now. I don't really. I'm never the type to do that. But I mean, I'll bash other people like I did earlier with that Rico guy. But with StreamYard, I've had a good relationship with them for the most part. But I can't play the trailer and like pause it and like rewind it and whatnot and everything because of the fact that it's going to sound like shit no matter what I do. It's going to sound like garbage. The video is going to be choppy and the audio is going to be all fucked. And StreamYard customer support won't help me. So one thing, they don't they won't talk to you on the phone and they won't Zoom chat or anything like that and whatnot. So it's very hard to get any help from them with this kind of stuff. You're basically on your own, and that's what they tell you. Uh-oh. It looks like Andres froze up completely. Anyway, so at that point, what that ends up, what it leaves you end up, in choices, as far as choices goes, it means you basically just have to go ahead and you have to just upload the actual trailer itself and its video MP4 version, right? In the sort of video file section or library that you have sort of on the right of my screen right now in front of StreamYard that I draw from if I want to play like this or whatever, right?
Hot D.
Of course, that would be what I would choose. And either way, at that point, I can't manipulate it. I have no control. Once I play it, it plays. You can't even pause it and like unpause it or whatever. It plays this all the way through, or you stop it and it restarts. And so, that's okay. It is what it is. It's just, it would have been nice. And of course, next week we probably will do it. It would have been nice to actually be able to just pull up the trailer and then be able to actually kind of just like slow-mo some of it and whatnot and everything. Cause some of it happens so fast that, you see shots of characters where, it's so quick. You really can't even tell what the hell's even really going on around them. Right. Like, and, the main focus is of the, this first Loki trailer is mostly really on Mobius and Loki. And at that point, when you see like, Sylvie, for instance, right? Her shots are so fleeting that you really can't pay attention to anything going around her. At least I can't. I've only seen the trailer one time. That's probably Andres right now letting me know that he's having a problem with her and whatnot. Andres, if you're listening or watching, man, just use your cell phone, bro. Come on now. You're a pro. You're a veteran content creator. Don't you know how this stuff works? Because I never explained to you what you're doing when you're doing a live stream and your laptop cramps out. I'm telling you, folks. This is a new version. This is not reached a shit show special level type quality of show or whatever, whatnot, right? But what do you call it? This is more of like a new type of like shit show type kind of show where, and I'll just be back in just a minute, he says. But basically, at that point, this is more of like I never had this happen before. This is my first, I think, our first ever like technical issue, like show like where shit's fucked up. Again, those of you that watch this in video form or come in here late or whatever and whatnot on any of the platforms that we're on right now. Again, shout out to anybody. I don't know how anybody. There really wouldn't be that many anyway until we start, advertising and actually promoting it. Nobody who has Roku would even know right now to even go look for the MCU'S Bleeding Edge and so why there'd even be one viewer right now, I have no idea. But if there is one person on Roku somehow that found the MCU'S Bleeding Edge, app/channel on Roku,
We're live on there right now, and we appreciate you. Please say hello if you'd like to. While I'm actually waiting for Andres to come back, I do want to go ahead and like sort of multi-purpose a little bit and whatnot. And during the live, just mention, so I can cut this out myself later, that we're going to be dropping. So I'm going to be dropping a shit ton of giveaways to the end of the year. Essentially cash money in the form of Amazon gift cards, right? And basically the entire purpose of it's going to be to push Andres, the pop culture guy, right? My special guest co-host on the MCU Bleeding Edge Report, who has been killing it for a hot minute, going on 6 months with us, doing DC animated film reviews, doing regular movie reviews. And then my veteran content creator, veteran YouTuber, just like Andres, good friend, best friend, brother, son, Cyberneticshark. They both need to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. It has to happen. And so at that point, I'm going to be doing giveaways, and it's very simple how they're going to work. Essentially, the way it's going to work is it's going to be a situation where, I'll go ahead and I'll put, some shorts out and, and some 3-minute videos out and whatnot on all the different platforms, everywhere you guys, usually catch us on YouTube, especially since that's our kind of our home base. Right. And it's just going to basically be a situation where I'm just going to go ahead and lay out the ground rules, which are very simple. It's that, all you have to do in order to enter a raffle, this will be a raffle system giveaway, right? Is simply take a screenshot of yourself subscribing, right, to Andres, to Cyber's YouTube channels, right, which I'm going to plug and everything and whatnot and show, and you'll see them in these videos. They'll come out here soon. Screenshot them, and then I'm going to give you the shows and the dates and what we're covering of the shows that are already done, lives that are already done, we've already finished, that you're going to go back, right? Simply go in the comment section of that, that now video on our YouTube channel, and simply go ahead and, just leave your email, right? And leave your, your picture of you screenshotting, subscribing to Andres and subscribing to Cyber. And I'm going to wait probably, I guess, 2 weeks in between, probably intervals. We'll do like 2 a month. And, I'll raffle everybody that, that goes ahead and jumps in there and jumps on. And everyone that, wants to do the raffle, whoever I pull out will get a $25 Amazon gift card. I'll pay for all shipping and stuff like that. And whatnot, of course, and all that and whatnot. It's legitimate. I mean, I've already bought a whole shit ton of these cards. I have them. I've got like 25 of them, right? Because I'm not just going to just do giveaways like this for them. So I'm going to do them for us too. But at the end of the day, that's the gist of it. It's very simple. So be on the lookout. I'm going to start doing it probably, today's Monday. What, the 7th? Oof. Okay. Probably by the end of the week, like Thursday, Friday, going into the weekend, I'll probably go ahead and you'll start to notice some shorts coming out on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter Live, Twitter, Facebook, on our Facebook page, the MCU'S Bleeding Edge Facebook page. Yes, we have a new one. We couldn't even live on ours for the longest time and whatnot, and I was able to finally I finally had to put together a brand new one, just because unfortunately we could not connect our live streams to it through StreamYard for a while. It wasn't just us, or other creators I knew that had the same issues. So it wasn't just, and good luck trying to contact Facebook about anything like that. But so basically, since Andres is taking his sweet time to come back on the show, what I'm gonna basically do is I'm going to play something really dope. I think it's dope anyway. As sort of a give me a break moment. Let's see, something good here. Oh, I got it. Perfect. Perfect.
I can play a reaction video so I can remember what it's like to be able to do one. Oh, man. The Black Lean Collective podcast, baby. What's up? Oh, Dodger, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, huh, bud? All right, this is going to be dope. This is going to be me reacting to my own. Oh, wait, I forgot. I can't even play this shit. What am I doing? Well, I already played that Ryan Erie shit. That's going to be all fucked up probably too. It's like frozen. Oh. It's an intro. It doesn't move. That's a good one, right? You hear that, folks? Stay away from drugs and alcohol, okay? It ruins people's lives.
I love Tyro Biggers. Hey, I don't know.
I love drugs and alcohol. It's going
This year's Halloween, I think I'm gonna dress up as like Tyrone after he's got his life back together.
Yo, you should dress up. You should dress up as Prince from the Prince episode.
The Prince episode,
where he's playing basketball and shit.
Yeah, I'm a little chubby. I'm a little chubby to pull Prince off. You know what I'm saying?
You bring some pancakes.
Maybe
a little chubby to pull up a crackhead too, Fred.
Or do the Rick James.
He went to rehab.
When he
do the Rick James to be licking chicks and cheeks and shit.
I can do that shit. Yeah.
Bitch, I'm Rick James. I'm beautiful.
I miss Fred.
I'm Rick James.
So, anyways, hey folks. As usual, we've got a clusterfuck-like intro going on here with the MCU's Bleeding Edge. We're so professional over here.
Welcome to the MCU's Bleeding Edge.
This is the Bleeding Edge reactions, of course, a subset of the Bleeding Edge, and I'm here doing a group reaction of Bandmade Onset with the team from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast, and I'm going to let them go ahead and just introduce themselves one by one, starting with Freddie.
Yo, this is Freddie from the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Tweet us.
He never does it.
BLCworld.com Twitter / I love it.
It's not that.
There we go. Alan, Alan, go ahead.
I'm the sound guy. That's about it.
All right. And Parker.
I'm the guy who does all the talking. So Fred just interject. So thank you for having us on the show, man. Like I said, check us out at blc.world or twitter.com/BLC podcast or BLC World.
That's what I
And
said.
thank you again for having us. Freddie does the Jimmy Jammy. Alan is the producer.
That's right. That's
Thank
right.
you, Jeff.
It's good. It's good to be recording with these fine gentlemen, and I'm going to be just getting right into this Bandmade reaction here in just a minute. But first, supporting women's sports here. We've got an advertisement. There we go.
Look at Freddie.
Supporting women's sports every day
Alan.
here on the Bleeding Edge reactions.
Alan, look at you.
You know. There you go.
You left me speechless with that one, bro. Damn.
Hey, listen, man. You go watch some of our old videos and our old shows of me moderating the show. You'll see a lot. You'll see a lot of fucking speechless people, bro.
That was awesome.
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now.
I like that.
This is the only MCU, DCU, Marvel fandom show where people actually laugh.
This is where it's gonna get shot. Shitty.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Bandmade Onset. Let's do it.
Okay.
Sound and whatnot everything.
I never heard of these six.
God, back then, that's all streaming up.
I can tell you already,
That's all
that's
you
freaking awesome.
work with.
Yeah,
Your reaction videos with that. Be on the bottom or the side of the screen like that, and the boxes. That was it. God, I miss doing these.
Go wrong with lasers, Fred.
I haven't made
I love
one
lasers.
of these fan-made video reaction collaboration videos in like almost 10 months.
Man.
Now I want to make them, and I can't. Because StreamYard.
How old are these chicks? Yeah. That's Alan's first question. How old are these chicks? I don't know how I should feel about watching this. I gotta know first. Yeah.
Hey, they're on the poster behind you.
Okay, guys. First reactions.
Yeah.
First round of reactions. Okay, and just so you know, if you ever want me to pause this, just put a finger up, hit me up in the private chat, or yell
Put a
at me.
finger up where?
Anywhere. Yeah. just flip me off. Like, whatever.
Oh my God. I love it. My boys. My boys at Buckley Clinton Podcast. What is good? What is good? We just had Alan and Matt on just recently. They did shit, what did they do? Oh, they did our Al Yankovic UHF review. Hell yeah, that shit was dope as fuck. Even more dope than fucking Maggie versus the Ginny. Andre, this is gonna be this new feature we're gonna do on the show because I'm stuck to I'm on the reaction video screen. That's why you're not on right now. Isn't that dope?
What? Really?
Yeah, that's why it only shows me.
You jerk.
Dude,
All the work I've done for you.
I was reacting to myself, watching myself do a reaction video.
Okay.
With like the boys from the Black Lake Collective podcast and shit, whatnot. I'll tell you, man, I miss doing the fuckers. Tomorrow's another day, and I guarantee you, I'll be back tonight when we're done with the show. I'll be sitting down and I'll be troubleshooting StreamYard through Firefox after we get done with the show. After I get on the phone with you and get your ass on the phone and whatnot, so we can talk about your whole double surprise with me mentioning the Roku channel and whatnot, and then you dropping the bomb on me that your co-host, God bless him, isn't gonna, be doing the shows anymore with you and whatnot. So now you're coming over to the Bleeding Edge full time.
He's able. So just give record. He's able to do podcasts, but just not regular. So we'll be back to the podcast.
So what do you want? So what do you want, Andres? What do you want to do? Do you just want to join the team full fledged? Do you just want me to just like give you a title and be on the website and whatnot, and everything? And
no, I prefer guests.
I'm fucking with you. I'm joking with you. The joke here, folks, is that like Andres has an adverse attitude towards disposition towards talking on the phone, and I love. If you can't tell from listening to the way I am, I love talking on the phone. It's how I do everything. It's the only way I know how to talk to people, right? Or like work anything out or whatever. And Andres, it's stuff. I don't want to get into my personal stuff, but he knows there's also reasons why I can't do stuff through messaging and whatnot and stuff like that and whatnot. Just certain ADHD and stuff like that and whatnot. Where I got to talk to people, or I don't even remember stuff sometimes, or like what I mean. It kind of stuff sticks more for me. But I don't translate well through messaging or text either.
No.
People have told me that my disposition towards text and whatnot and everything, I come off kind of emotionless or like cold or like kind of like really black and white. Either way, not exactly the kind of shit that turns chicks on or whatever. But no, Andres, when you were gone, I was like reacting to one of our reactions. That's actually pretty cool. Like, it's interesting how there's so many like weird concepts. Like, to switch over to content creation mode for a minute and assimilate and throw in like, you want, the Roku thing, you kind of, all the work you put in almost 6 months with us now, right?
Yeah.
No. Perfect timing, man. Because we're at a point right now where like, thank God, I can honestly say that, yes, folks, I'm actually going to talk about my religion for once. I'm not just going to wear the cross. I'm actually going to invoke it. Thank God I'm in a place right now where my creative energies are sort of restored, from a bit of a lag to where I've got some really great ideas and some really interesting, like, themes and everything and whatnot, as far as different shows that I'd like to do right now. And how, if I hired my daughter, I think she's going to do a good job. I do, Andres. I have good kids, man. I'm sure that wouldn't surprise you. She'll do a good job working for me and whatnot, everything. And she's going to free me up more so I can dedicate myself to coming on here and fucking live and making content and let her deal with the logistics and whatnot and everything. Right. And she's very apt too. So she'll take right to the training. She already has.
Yeah. Yeah. No worries.
Hey, you know what? Would you any chance you get to? No, if we're going to talk about content creation, why not? My son came in the private chat in the comment section. I know you like that. I saw that your reaction when you first saw that it was my son in there, right?
I should have realized that he has your last name. I was like,
I know. That's why I couldn't. I'm like, what the fuck? How many Slotas do you know?
Yeah. Well, remember, what was it? It was before. Yeah, it was like I think it was before Trevor came in. There was another Trevor. I don't know. It was weird.
What?
Yeah, I'm not joking around. It was another.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I don't know. Anyway,
no, but it was really, you know what? That was awesome. My son's never come in the comment section like that before and whatnot and everything and all that, and it really made me feel good.
Yeah,
I love my son. I love my children. I'm very proud of them. They're good kids.
Yeah.
No, and we're gonna have Isabella on the Bleeding Edge team, Andres. You're gonna get to meet her. I'm gonna bring her on the show just to say hello, whatever, whatnot, and everything. So she'll come on.
Hey, just let her comment in the chat.
She's been on the show before, man.
Yeah. When was
I
that?
told you both my kids have been on the show, dude.
I know that, but when?
Trevor did an entire episode review of Miss Marvel, I think, or She-Hulk, or Miss Marvel, I think, with me and Alexis Hania.
Yeah, I know that.
And everything. I wish you could have got a chance to meet Alexis. I do. And a couple other guests and whatnot. Everything. He didn't. He was kind of scared. He shy. He didn't know what to do. And then Isabella came on for like a shit show Sunday special when I was drinking with Sally the MCU girl and shit, and a couple other guests and Big Gene from Rizzle and shit from back in the day. And we were talking about the Avengers 10th anniversary stuff. It was right around that same time of that video I played.
Yeah.
And we cleaned it up a little bit more for her, but she was over 18, so like, it was pretty rough, pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean 18 by now.
Yeah, of course I'd have both my kids in the show, man. I just don't spotlight that stuff. I don't think that way. I don't think about to myself like, oh, I should cut this up and put this up on TikTok and be like, this is me and my children on my show, right? That's my private life.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And there's you have to remember, I used to make political content for a long time. So like, you know what I'm saying? There's people out there, you already know, I told you that, like, there's trolls out there now that's been trolling me for years. And they still pop up out of the woodwork every once in a while just to fuck with me.
Yeah. Hey, there's always a troll.
People want to eat off you, man. You know what I'm saying? When they see that you've got something good going and whatnot, everything, they want to try to eat off you.
Yeah, I can see that.
You'll see.
Yeah.
You fuck with me long enough and whatnot and everything. I tell you right now, I'm not in fucking these people I meet and whatnot to collaborate with us and whatnot that are like, we don't care about making money or being monetized and all this shit and whatnot and all this stuff. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why are you even bothering then? You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, but maybe you should get out of content creation then. Because like at that point, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're never gonna like if you make quality content, you're going to get monetized eventually. Like, you're gonna get, say it's gonna happen. You're gonna eventually, like, even if it's not on a large scale, you're gonna hit certain metrics and it's gonna happen. Right? It might take 10 years, it might take 12, it might take 1, like us. You know what I'm saying? Well, not, it might take 10 months, like with us. Right? And now we're gonna be at 30, we'll probably be at 30,000 subscribers this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just one of them things, like, and at the end of the day, bottom line, I'm just blessed to have Andres around and whatnot and everything, because I'm telling you, I can't wait to come out with the merch that's got like his famous line, "Kiss the Spider" from the 7 review. "Kiss the fucking Spider" is the best shit ever. I'm telling you, Andres, I'll never forget that shit. I sent it. I was Cyber earlier today. I sent him a message
No,
messenger, and I was like, "Cyber, LOL." I was fucking with him. I was like, "Kiss the Spider, baby."
It's Kiss the Spider. That's the movie, folks. It's my bad. I don't want that in the shirt.
I usually don't ever rewatch shows, but I'm sorry. I had no choice. I had to fucking deal with some copyright crap and whatnot, and everything. So I had to go back and watch that shit. And it cracked me up, dude. I'm sorry. It's already Andres. Listen, I've said some fucked up stupid shit before too, bro.
Anyway,
Kiss the Spider, dude. It's harmless. It's a basic mistake.
Wait, you have to cut that line just for monetization? Oh,
it's funny as shit. It's hilarious. It's a freaking innocent freaking mistake. Anyone can make a mistake like that or whatever.
So you didn't cut it. That's good. That's good.
I didn't cut it. Come on, it's once it's live, it's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only cut shit out if it's like nudity or something like that, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
You know, people like Alexis's husband walked past her living one time, whatnot, naked, coming out of the shower or whatever, whatnot. I think edit that out.
Wait, repeat that again. Oh my god.
I guess he forgot that she was like live or whatever, whatnot. This is back when like in the beginning. Right? You know what I'm saying? Whatnot, right? When like, you know, you should go back. Honestly, Andres, you should go back and rewatch some of our old shows. I think you would have really there's some guests and whatnot that don't come on anymore, whatnot. Unfortunately, I still talk to most of them. But they don't come on anymore that are really cool people you really enjoyed recording with. But you know what? Andrew from GNN, News Out Network. What's up, Andrew? You haven't been in the comment section much lately, motherfucker. Is coming on with us next Monday to jump on with us and do a segment with us.
Okay.
I forgot all about the fact that now that we have a new Monday show and whatnot and everything, there's certain people out. He lives over on the Pacific Coast in California. For him, with his schedule, his work schedule, he's a writer for Geek News Now Network, and he's a 9 to 5.
Oh.
He co-hosts and hosts a couple of the podcasts. One of them, I think, is a Star Trek one, or Star Wars, or something like that. Yeah, and he does another one that's a gaming one. And either way, I told Andrew. I should have screenshotted this. I was like, I think you and Andres will really vibe. I was like, but we both know that I'm your Mexican brother from another mother, right? Because I am part Mexican. Because like when you bang enough Mexican chicks, right? It just it becomes a part of you. You know what I'm saying? It like rubs off on you, right? Which I explained to Andrew while the show one time about that whole deal.
So you have so you're Mexican.
I was like, just to be clear, like I wasn't. This isn't a racial thing. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know, because we don't get down like that on the bleeding edge. You know that. You had to be there kind of thing, right?
Sure.
You don't like it. You met Andrew before.
I guess so.
Well, went up with him one time. He's got really short hair, like clip, like real tight. He's from Geek News Now Network. My buddy, he really back.
Yeah. He was in the new Justice League Frontier, right?
I can't remember which one. I just know that I remember scrolling through our videos and whatnot and everything on YouTube, and you know how it automatically plays if you linger with the mouse or whatever, whatnot.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that you, me, him, and Cyber or whatever on something. I don't know, man. You've done so many fucking shows with us now at this point. I don't even know.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, where do you want to go next?
Oh no, what I was gonna say was no. You know what? We should wait. We should hold off on the Loki thing because we should wait till next Monday, right? Because I want to get this Firefox stuff dealt with and get this straightened out. I got to do this reaction video stuff has got to get straightened out.
All right.
It's affecting the live streams now. You know that stuff that I realized earlier while you were gone. That stuff I played with Ryan Erie.
Yeah.
It's probably going to come out all garble fuck. I've told you about it before. I'm going to play it for you sometimes. You can hear what I'm talking about. How bad it sounds. It's bad. And that's probably going to come out like that. Yeah, I forgot all about it. It's the same. It happens the same thing if I go live as if I do recorded video. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter what buttons I hit or don't hit or whatever. The video comes out and this audio from it comes out all garbled.
No.
So, you know, at that point, I want to be able to break the video down and actually like stop it and fast forward it and rewind it, freeze frame it. Because I was saying when you were gone, they mostly spent most of the trailer they're focusing on Loki and Mobius. You only really see Sylvie briefly in like two shots, right?
Well,
and you see Hunter B one or whatnot in one. And then you only see what's her name from the comics. It's Kang's girlfriend in the comics.
Rainslayer.
Renslayer. You only see Renslayer in like 2 scenes, and hers are like quick.
That's true. Yeah.
You can't even pay attention to what's going on around them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just makes more sense to me. But as far as the Fantastic Forecasting goes, what new news or what's going on recently? I mean, you have a better pulse probably than I do. I'd say, Andres. As far as you are the pop culture, Andres the pop culture guy. You have a better pulse and a better, just like Cyber probably does, feel on the street as far as like what's going down, right now with what's trending and whatnot and everything, what's new.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just tired of seeing the Fantastic Forecasting videos on YouTube every fucking day.
Yeah.
Earlier, I'm tired of it. I don't want to watch them. Like, I wish they just cast the shit. You know what I'm saying? I've got hella respect for what's his name, the Kylo Ren. You know what I'm saying? For like, it turned out that he actually
Adam Driver. I think you're talking about
Adam Driver, that he let Marvel know, early, like way back. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. I guess it was months ago that he turned him down right off the bat and said, "No, I'm not doing it." From what I understand, he handled it really well.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard that as well. It sounded like he wasn't really interested in doing the movie. So
it was done in like a very respectful way. Like it was done like that was beneficial to Marvel Studios. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like he didn't linger.
No. It's in like rumor mirror. Like it's like I think the studio wanted to have him, but the actor just wasn't interested in doing it.
It's a big commitment.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's 10 years. You think about it, like 10 years, 3 film, crossovers. Depending on the Avengers films.
Money is. Everyone cares about money to some extent, but some of us feel we care less about it than others, right? And some more, and that's just a fact, right? And you know what I mean? And it's one of those things you can't just. That's not something you're going to be able to intuitively tell by like watching somebody fucking in a movie or doing an interview or whatnot, right? You don't know. Yeah. It's like what's his name's wife, that played Reed Richards in Multiverse of Madness, right?
Emily Blunt, the John Krasinski.
She flat out said, that the reason why she didn't want to do the Sue Storm role was because she didn't want to commit for that long to play the character. You know what I'm saying? Well, not everything. There's other stuff she wants to do.
Yeah.
Right? It's that simple. People had a problem with that, and I'm like, for why? For what?
Well, see, because people like I don't know. It was before Multiverse. She and her husband were like the top fan.
I know that. I know.
Listen. It was because those two were the top, and she made that.
You hear this? Andre's the pop culture guy. Asked I haven't. You do understand? Listen, you see, we never even talked enough. You didn't even know. You know that I used to have the biggest MCU channel on that platform, Rizzle, that I met Cyber on and whatnot, and that I literally, when I left the platform, you can go look now. I think I have 8 million views or whatever on my MCU's Bleeding Edge, on my MCU's. I don't know what it's called on there. I can't even remember, but I was the biggest MCU creator on the entire platform.
Hey,
I've had individual MCU TikTok accounts and whatnot that have been deleted and shit and whatnot multiple times. Well, I can slap up 30,000 TikTok followers in fucking a month if I want to.
Well, yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
I mean, well, first off, I don't really know this, but Emily Blunt was, she was originally Black Widow before Scarlett Johansson. She has
she
had like a long history with the MCU, and fans, it's always a what if, like what other role she could play.
It's a timing thing. That's all it is. It's a timing thing. You know what I'm saying? Right back then, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't that she didn't want to play the role, right?
No, it was contract reasons.
But yeah. So no, there you go. And so that's what it was. And so hey, ScarJo, good for I'm glad. I'm happy we got ScarJo. Right?
Yeah.
I miss her.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to go back and rewatch Black Widow. And just to be clear, Andres, one of the reasons I've been holding back and not rewatching some of the MCU stuff now that I can release some of this information is I've been waiting for pay-per-view and for us actually selling subscriptions and for stuff like that and whatnot. And paywalling and yes, that's right, folks. I'm a fucking greedy capitalist motherfucker. Motherfucker over here. That's right. I like money. I do. I'm one of those people that likes money. I do.
That's true. Yeah, of course, everyone doesn't know about this. Blunt was contracted by Fox to do this other movie, so she was unable to do the Black Widow thing and Iron Man 2. So I don't know, some reason back
plus things were so different then.
Yeah.
That's back when Marvel Studios was still borrowing money to make the films.
I don't know.
Remember? No, before they bought Disney, right? Before Disney bought them, right?
No, they were bought already by Disney by 2009.
Yeah, okay, 2009. That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
When did Iron Man 2? Oh, that's right. When did Iron Man 2 come out?
2010. So it was like right after, because they were bought in 2009, and then they were bought up. Iron Man 2 and.
I'm glad you mentioned that with Emily Blunt. I really am. No, but either way, it doesn't matter. And honestly, I don't think what's her name that plays over in the DC verse whatever whatnot and everything that plays Harley Quinn.
Oh, Margot Robbie. I
don't think she's gonna end up being Sue Storm.
No, yeah. So prior to Vanessa Kirby, like Margot Robbie seemed like the next candidate, I guess. That was been going on since May to June, and then it got quiet in July, and so it was no way because
I think the tide has finally turned to where the actors and actresses are starting to get to a point where they are looking at the future and saying to themselves, "Look where the MCU's at right now." You know what I'm saying? Whatnot? Do I really want to invest 10 years of my life? You know what I mean? Like you think that the actors aren't impacted by the same shit that bothers us? The same crap we hear, right? The bitching from the fandom and whatnot and everything, and people flipping out and, giving up. You know what I'm saying? Whatnot. All the shit you see on YouTube and Rumble and crap and Twitter all day long, TikTok all day long. MCU's done, is dead, right?
I don't know if they've seen that. I don't think. I mean, it's
no, but you don't think that affects them over there, especially where they live.
Sort of.
Hollywood and shit and everything and whatnot, and in Los Angeles and everything and whatnot. They hear that shit.
Yeah, a little bit. Not the extent like DC has. Like I think DC has far worse to that. I think the the actor scene in the MCU is a little more like proven, for the last 15 years. So they're like the fact that they got Charlize Theron and one of their movies is a big plus.
They're doing Wonder Woman 3, motherfucker. They are doing it. I told you son of a bitch. You need to start True Knowledge, baby.
No, I giving you True Knowledge.
I told you, Rev. I told you. We talked about this, that it was real and that she wouldn't have said it if it wasn't going to happen. Now it's confirmed.
No. Last week, and I'm giving you. Yeah. Well, True Knowledge is she's just saying that because she's just trying to be friends with James Gunn and Peter
Safran. I saw 2 or 3 articles yesterday or whatever whatnot on Google when I was just slid on my cell phone when I accidentally slid over, over to that side or whatever whatnot. That literally said that it's confirmed now.
No,
they're going to do a Wonder Woman 3 film. Like it's, what I'm saying? Like it's,
it's clickbait. It's clickbait, really. That's all it is. The James Gunn has not confirmed that this is going to happen.
It's a smart decision.
Yeah, well, yes, it's a smart decision. Well, and that's the problem with the DC. I don't want to talk too much about DC casting. But
I like it. I like to see that kind of flexibility.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they're doing that with Aquaman.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Are they going to do a third Aquaman film?
I mean, if the second film does well, yeah, they will probably do a third.
I know. I read something about that too. I've got to start paying attention more.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think for the the gal thing, she's just talking it up a little bit. I think that DC doesn't want yet. They don't know if they want to recast Wonder Woman or not. That's the truth. So
you don't think that she's talked to Gunn?
No, it's not official.
You don't think Gunn called her or anything like that, whatnot, or she hasn't called him or whatnot?
No. She's just trying to be friends with them, and But the thing is, James Gunn and Peter Safran had a set of movies we know, and like we're getting the Paradise Lost thing, which we don't know it's going to be a reboot. So again, it's just like
Andres, the pop culture guy, does not trust my instincts when it comes to this stuff.
I'll tell you, by the end of the year, it's not efficient. The 1 and 3 is just not efficient.
I'm telling you right now. Listen. I'll bet you 3 pieces of crack. Literally.
Nah, food. Not crack and everything like that. Food.
Okay. 3's too much. Food. Okay. No. That when we get done with Ahsoka, when we get done reviewing Ahsoka, you're gonna end up just like, and you're gonna watch, and you watch Andor, right? You're gonna end up just like me, and you're gonna end up like maybe not like me, but you're gonna end up just like me, being like, you know what? Damn, some of this I like some of this new Star Wars shit. I want to go back and rewatch some of this old shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like this. This is pretty dope. You know what I mean, dude? Come on, I'm a realist. You think I wouldn't be? I'm stoked to cover Ahsoka. I know you are too. You just don't want to lie. You just don't want to tell the truth.
No, I'm not.
The trailers are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're good.
Reactions to them. That's what I told StreamYard. I specifically mentioned Ahsoka. I was like, we can't even do reactions to the fucking Ahsoka trailers and whatnot. Everything, we're covering it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Hey. I don't know what to say about StreamYard. They're bad. Anyway.
You wouldn't like the way that they toy with you and fuck with you, the support, whatnot, everything. They pretend they don't know what you're talking about and everything and whatnot, and that kind of shit, right? Like bait and switch you and shit and whatnot, just to get you kind of heated and whatnot, and get you go away.
Look, I can get my lawyer, and they will be feared by the lawyer. Anyway, so the Fantastic Four.
You don't get mixed up with lawyers, Andres. Believe me, everything people say about them, they're true for the most part.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Not all of them. I'm just saying some of them.
Mm.
Fantastic Four. So basically, they have nothing set in stone at all with any characters.
It's just this rumor. So like Human Torch. Like I guess there's a new actor that they want to be Human Torch. It's Joshua Queen. Apparently,
they're not going to cast the Thing in the Human Torch until they cast a Brie Richards and a Sue Richards.
But that's the weird part. I guess like it seems like the whole web is kind of casting the four. Like they're picking out the names that it seems like the MCU is like looking at. So like Joshua Quinn, if you know, he's from Stranger Things season 4.
Anybody can play the Thing. I mean, really, when it boils down to it, anybody can play the Thing.
Yeah. Well, it like
the voice matters. You know what I'm saying, and whatnot, and everything, and then it's all CGI at that point.
Yeah, just like the Fantastic reboot was what they did.
Yeah, no, seriously, the voice is important. Right? That is important.
Yeah, well, they can like what do you call it? Like modify the actor's voice, and like you can tell that.
You shouldn't have to though. In the comics, doesn't he have a little bit of a northern accent? Doesn't he have a little bit of a
No. He has more like a broken accent.
Doesn't he talk a little Wolverine? Yeah, he's a little Wolverine-ish, doesn't he? Does he talk like a little bit of like a little? Does he talk with some with some what do you call it? Like doesn't he talk kind of gutter? Not gutter, but like
well, because his mutation, his voice changes because of his mutation.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah. So if you
is it really mutation?
Well, yeah. If you've seen the first two Tim Story Fantastic Four films with Michael Chiklis, his voice changed when he becomes the Thing. It's very different.
That's the right word. They get blasted by the cosmic ray, by the what is it? What are the cosmic rays?
Yeah, cosmic rays.
Yeah. What does it do basically? It alters their cells, isn't it?
Yes, they alter their cells and they get abilities. With the Thing, it's kind of different because the Thing.
That's not mutation. Look at the definition of mutation. That's not what mutation is.
Yeah, well, you usually call it enhance. If I had to say that, enhance. They are enhanced powers.
In the comics, they have a couple words they use for. I just can't remember them.
Yeah, I whatever. But
but they're not going to do any of that anyway. They're not going to give them an origin story. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to kind of drop them in. I think.
I guess so. It depends. They have a I think they confirmed that it's not origin story, but yeah. So okay, like Vanessa Kirby, she's a great pick. If I say out of the casting that's rumored to be, I like Vanessa Kirby. I seen her in the Mission Impossible series. She's the blonde that's like the arms dealer. She's great. I think she's a perfect casting for Susan Storm, the Invisible Woman.
See, I'm just over it. I wish they would just fucking cast the shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to it's worrying me, and it's pissing me off because like I've been waiting for the Midnight Suns for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And whatnot and everything. And we ain't got no Ghost Rider, right? Fucking there's no Blade, really. Still not there's no Blade film that like close to what we can look forward to. Wait, no. It's still supposed to come out next year, right?
Yeah, Phase 5. It's
the last one that comes out next year, isn't it?
Yeah, should be. Let me check.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, folks. Honestly, I'm thinking about it, and I think I'm going to add another whole show during the week just to cover the MCU, and that's it. It'll just be a Marvel show, just to go back to our roots. I think I'm going to have to add another show. Maybe not at night, maybe like during the day, or maybe late at night, like a late night show or something like that and whatnot, and just to cover the MCU, and that's it. Because I love the MCU, right? And I want to support it and whatnot and everything in a positive way. At the same time, if you're loving Thunder, fuck you.
Or Secret Invasion.
Kind of
What If?
A couple of the episodes of What If were okay.
Yeah, they're okay, but
Zombie Scarlet Witch was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, just the whole concept of it, right? There's a zombie Scarlet Witch with her powers. Holy fuck.
Sure thing.
Right? No, seriously. And hey, you gotta come on. The Ultron arc at the end. With the team and shit, the squad and everything, whatnot. That was dope.
Yeah. Guardians of the Multiverse, good idea. I think they did that pretty well.
It was good.
Yeah, Sinister Strange, that was good.
It was good. That was a great episode. Yeah, it was.
And,
I didn't like Party 4. I did not like that one at all.
No, that's my thing.
I loved it. I cannot stand it.
Yeah. So the Blade's coming out in February 14th, 2025. So that's going to be the last Phase 5 movie.
February 14th, 2025.
Yeah.
Holy shit! So 2025? Holy fuck!
Yeah, because remember it was supposed to come out.
That's no, I know. Well, my point was simply just that the longer it takes for the Fantastic Four film to come out and solidify, the longer it's going to take for us to get the Midnight Suns type stuff going down and whatnot. And that's why I love that stuff. That's all.
Yeah. So Fantastic Four is coming out May 2nd, 2025. That's the date. So so they have to actually start casting by this year or next year.
They must realize that at some point here pretty soon they've got to start. I don't care about the fucking the strikes or whatever whatnot. They have to solidify that they have to, for the fandom, after what they've been giving us for the first 3 phases, even in Phase 4, pretty much for the most part, to the pandemic and COVID, as far as like telling us what stuff was going to come out and then being close with it and whatnot and everything, right? So until we can rely on it, they can't just keep fucking around like this and whatnot and pushing things back and moving them forward. And this is not going to play, right? Like they have got to lock shit in quick, like sometime here soon, to where we at least have a somewhat. This starts to wear down the confidence of people in the fandom when they don't know when stuff's coming out, right? Yeah, and there's good characters that are getting pushed back.
It's true.
Yeah.
Let's hope there's a deal in the end of August so they can get back to normal. Because right now I'm hearing that Warner Bros. Is going to push Dune 2 or some of the releases back to 2024 because of the actor strike.
We never reviewed Dune, the first Dune.
No.
When Dune 2 comes out, we're gonna do a Dune review for the first one, and then we're gonna do our Dune review for the second one right after.
Yeah. But right now it hasn't been official, but that the whole Dune release thing
still coming out. The second Dune's still coming out. Doesn't it come next month or the month after or whatever?
Yeah. Oh, it's coming in November. Remember, it's coming out in
November. Okay. That's
yeah.
fine. I'm okay with that. That's fine, right? I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I didn't see the other one in theaters. I'm going to see this one in the theater.
Yeah.
No, that was when I had the bad insomnia, man. That's I couldn't go to the movie theater then.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I think I'll probably see it because my friend, my other host, Chris, he's a big fan of Zendaya. He loves Zendaya.
Dude,
So,
I'm telling you, man, the Dune lore is fucking rich, man.
Yeah.
There's a YouTuber I should put you on to that I got into that covers Dune, and that lore is what dragged me in. I never read the book. I'd like to. But no, honestly, Andres, when it boils down to it, right? Well, you know what? I'll save it. We're already past 2 hours. You're tired. I'm tired. I don't want to call you on the phone anyway. We're gonna get out of here, folks. No plugs. All right. I'm gonna be doing the advertisements and whatnot, like I already talked about, and giving away gift cards and whatnot, so I can get the son of a bitch over his 1,000 mark on his YouTube channel.
Actually, can we promote my channel?
No, yes, Andres, of course I can.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be here Wednesday, so I just.
No problem. I've got you, brother.
Here, let me get the link for you, and
you got it right here, man. I got you.
No. Let me do it for you.
Oh, stop! I've already got it pulled up.
Fine.
Hey, bookmark it.
Yeah, I put in a link just in case you need help.
No, I bookmarked it.
Okay. So anyway, folks, I'm not going to be here in the DC Ammunition review, so I had to do something.
You're probably pissed too, aren't you?
Well, I mean, it's Green Lantern. I'm not a big fan of Green Lantern, so I'm good. So anyway, I'm up to 795 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm almost there.
Woo!
Just hit that. Yeah, I know. It's great. Give me hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. It's all important to support my channel. It's great. Tomorrow I'm gonna post a new comic read series on Iron Man called Enter the Mandarin. It's gonna be a 6-part comic read in this channel, so check that out. And hopefully I will put out what's going out August. I don't know, some movie tribute and top 10 list soon later. But yeah, sure. I cannot talk too long in the phone, so let me tell you that, sir, in this moment. But actually, let's talk in the chat in the StreamYard after the.
I want to go outside, so I want to go outside and get some air. Smoke.
I'll wait.
Cigarettes.
I'll wait in the StreamYard.
All right, fine. All right then, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard it, folks. Listen, shit, he's already at 795. Shit, you know what? Maybe I won't even do that giveaway. No, I'm just kidding. No, folks. But hey, listen, maybe we can get up to 1,500 or 2,000 by the end of the year. We'll have to see what we can do.
Yeah, so
I'll
we do
that with you in just a minute. But folks, we want to thank you very much. We want to tell you to tune in for episode 9, right, of the MCU's Bleeding Edge Report with Andres the Pop Culture Guy.
Yep.
Myself, humbled to be the creator and co-host of the MCU's Bleeding Edge YouTube channel and podcast. I no longer can just point to the left anymore like I used to. I love doing that too. It was like my thing, man. Right? I'd be like, here I am. Point. Isn't that dope? That was my shit, dude, for the longest time. Then I had to move my poster. Now I gotta go like this. Or whatever if I want to try to do it. That just don't work. But no, folks, listen, we love you. And Andres isn't gonna be on our Friday show either. That's gonna be crazy. We're gonna do Friday, folks. Wednesday, as Andres already mentioned, we're gonna be reviewing Green Lantern, Emerald Knights. On Friday, we're actually gonna be reviewing Mac and Me, one of Cyber's picks. And then the week after, next Wednesday, instead of a DC animated film, before Ahsoka, episode 1, that Andres cannot wait, we are going to review Braveheart and then come back on that Friday and do Andres' film, The Django Unchained.
Yeah. So you're going to see me on Monday and Friday next week.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You're going to do Braveheart, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to do Braveheart.
You're not doing Braveheart?
I like Mel Gibson, but I don't know.
Oh, I just assumed I just figured you would want to do it. That you'd be down for Braveheart.
I seen Braveheart, the movie. I like it, but it's not my favorite.
I just love reviewing movies, man.
Yeah, I know.
Watching us do our 7 review was dope, man. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed moderating that shit. I've got to hunker down though and stop talking so much while I'm moderating. You know what I'm saying? I do. Seriously. You know what it is? It's honestly, Andres, it's because of the smaller panels. When there's more people there, it's easier for me to automatically remember that I have to keep my mouth tight. You got to keep stuff more concise, right?
Yeah.
Like I've got people, that are here that want to talk and whatnot and everything, right? So I keep my shit shorter and just keep my mouth shut and let them, let them be the show. With the smaller panels, I think there's a part of me where I almost feel like, I can just wide open on my own too, because there's not 2 or 3 other people on the panel, so I can just kind of talk more. And that's my problem, is that once I get going, I become 17.75 minute Jeff.
No, you're a monologue man, and I'm 60-minute man. That's how it is.
Whatever you say, sir. Whatever you say.
島本刑事、とどめを刺せ。
Fuck you, Steve from Bumble. Fuck you.
Hey. I said, excuse me, but you don't understand where I'm at. I was all around the world, on span, across the map. I've been laying low and now it's time to pop up, bitch, I'm back. Now I'ma run it up. Snooze on the kid that you don't